Body of missing man found at sea. Tobago SEA results dissected by the Education Division. Glass bottom boat owners boycott no man's land. And bed and breakfast owner says Tobago deserves more than just late flights. Good evening, I'm Patricia Nicholson Richards. Welcome to the Tobago Updates television news for Monday, 7th July 2025. To our top story this evening. The body of a man identified as Michael Yates, who went missing on Saturday, was discovered floating off Bottom Bay in Charlottesville at approximately 6:05 a.m. today. Authorities were immediately alerted and the Coast Guard was contacted to assist in bringing the body ashore. However, reports indicate the Coast Guard currently lacked the specialized equipment required for the retrieval operation. Efforts were focused on securing alternative assistance to bring Yates' body to shore. The DMO and undertakers were notified, and the Criminal Records Office has also been contacted regarding the incident. Further updates are expected as the situation develops. To some other news, planning coordinator at the Office of the Chief Secretary on Today, the Division of Research and Technology convened a crucial press conference to address the highly anticipated Secondary Entrance Assessment 2025 results for Tobago. Key insights were provided by Zarisha Hackett, the Secretary of Education, Research and Technology, Philip Rochford, School Supervisor 2 at the Division, and Bobby Andrews, Planning and Development Officer at the Office of the Chief Secretary, regarding the strategies in moving forward.
We have, beginning in 2025, a new SEA assessment framework, 2025 to 2028. And so if you're doing straight comparative analysis, because there were some changes in the framework for 2025 to 2028, then the statisticians would not recommend that you do that kind of year-on-year comparative analysis. So we had some objectives being changed, and these objectives came back into the 2025 framework, and they didn't exist in the 2024 framework. And so that is the main reason why nationally you're not having that comparison done.
Education Secretary Hackett stated that Tobago's 2025 SEA results reveal both promising progress and areas needing further attention for the island's educational development.
Results revealed a mix of prospects for progress of Tobago as an education district. This year again, as Mr. Rochford alluded to, 999 students sat the exam, of which 452 were girls and 557 were boys. Across Tobago, 566 students sat from the denominational schools, 300 sat from the 13 government schools, and there were 14 private school candidates with 133 as private registered candidates.
Bobby Andrews, who is the planning coordinator at the Office of the Chief Secretary, presented an analysis of the results by gender and year. His data highlighted specific trends in performance between male and female students over time, proving crucial insights for targeted educational intervention and policy adjustments in Tobago.
Both in Tobago and in Trinidad, and even if you looked at last year with the results from CXC made a point that mathematics and language scores were terrible at that level. And there were concerns as to whether or not persons would matriculate to universities. But the average male and the average female student in Tobago failed mathematics.
Today's press conference highlighted a mixed but promising educational outlook. Officials presented an analysis of the students' performances, including gender-specific trends, to inform future strategies for academic improvement in Tobago. While Caribbean Airlines resumed its late-night service between Trinidad and Tobago on July 1st, hoteliers in Tobago insist the issue extends beyond flight availability. They stress that the core concerns lie in reliability, efficient booking systems, better coordination, and improved inter-island connectivity. CAL made the announcement via social media on Monday evening, confirming the return of its late-night flights, a service that had been suspended since the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. AMPLIA has the details.
Bed and breakfast owner Kay Trotman has commended Caribbean Airlines for reinstating the late-night flights in between Trinidad and Tobago, calling it a step in the right direction. However, she emphasized that while the move is welcome, there is still much more to be done to improve airlift reliability and overall accessibility to the island.
The call for this kind of scheduling was a long-standing request by the tourism sector, so that this is a move in the right direction. However, it is by no means sufficient to support the Tobago tourism sector. Much more needs to be done where that is concerned.
Trotman stressed that scheduling remains a major issue that still needs to be addressed.
The late-night flight is also about building back confidence in the reliability of the scheduling. That's why it's going to take some time. CAL's commitment to the destination should be based on the ease of travel. Therefore, it must look at all aspects that will make this possible, from its booking policy, its cancellation policy, customer service, and reliability of schedules. The thing is, it must improve all these aspects.
In light of the pending official opening of the new A&R Robinson International Airport Terminal, tourism stakeholders and hoteliers are hopeful that the addition of international flights could bring significant benefits to Tobago's economy. Alia Balgobin, Tobago Updates Television News.
Stay tuned.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, where innovation meets excellence and service reigns supreme. Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces. At TGSL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style. Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business. Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products. It's about relationships. It's about you. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
Hair goals, we've got them. At S&R Hair Fantasy, we provide a wide variety of quality hair, the latest hair accessories, adult toys, skin lightening products, female underwear, and much more under one roof. Check us out on Shelbourne Street in Plymouth or call us at 317-0808. We're open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. S&R Hair Fantasy, for queens who know exactly what they want.
Quartz is well known as the Caribbean's largest retailer, providing consumers for generations with the very best products to enhance their homes. This year, we bring our expertise to businesses. Quartz Business Solutions will serve small, medium, and large companies with the very best products at the most competitive prices, backed by warranties and after-sales support. Hoteliers, office managers, restaurants, and so many more. Quartz Business Solutions, a brand of the Unicomer Group.
Want to get better? Where to start? What kind of exercise to do? What to eat? How to get restful sleep? Need a doctor to search for root cause? Look no further. Come to Majuba Hill Lifestyle Center Foundation at our Wellness Center in Goodwood, or Food Hub in Darrow Springs, Scarborough, or Doctor's Office in Goodwood and Darrow Springs. Contact 49SWIFT 4979438.
TNTech is pleased to advise that its Roxborough Service Center has reopened.
Starting Monday, 10th March, customers can once more visit the Roxborough Administrative Building to pay TNTech bills, request new connections, and more. TNTech, powering the nation into the next generation.
Welcome back. In light of a video widely circulated on social media, glass-bottom boat operators are calling for a boycott of no man's land. The video showed a physical altercation that took place on a boat. According to the boat owners, the incident highlights ongoing issues of unfair treatment, lack of proper regulation, and disputes over access and control of the popular tourist spot. In response, several operators are refusing to take visitors to no man's land. Alia Balgobin has the details.
Due to a recent altercation aboard Frankie's stores, glass-bottom boat operators have announced their decision to boycott the area until further notice. The operators cite safety concerns and unresolved tensions as key reasons behind the move.
There was a meeting between all the stakeholders, all the glass-bottom boat stakeholders, and it has become problematic for us to operate in the area. Due to the fact that there has been an incident that happened yesterday, and this incident where somebody came onto the glass-bottom boat, knowing that there are lots of people on board it, lots of tourists on board it, to attack somebody else.
Glass-bottom boat stakeholders announced that they will be reverting to their original tour route, which was in place prior to the COVID-19 pandemic. The operators believe returning to the pre-pandemic route is a necessary step to maintain order, ensure guest safety, and preserve the quality of the tour experience.
We decided that it's better to keep the people in the original place that the tour was supposed to be. The tour was normally operated from Book Reef and Nyland Pool only. No man's land only used to apply if there is a beach barbecue. After COVID, because people were no longer allowed to snorkel or use the mask continuously, we decided to apply an extra stop, which is no man's land.
No man's land has not been removed as a tourist destination and remains an option for visitors. However, it's no longer included as a scheduled stop on the official tour itinerary offered by several glass-bottom boat operators.
There's a few people who took back their money yesterday because the trip was not going to no man's land, but that was only a very minority. If people want to go to no man's directly, they can do a separate trip to that. They are both operating consistently. We operate a boat that goes to no man's land every day, and they can have it as a side trip or as a coastal tour, however they want to choose it. No man's land has been problematic for us, not just because of yesterday, but continuously.
As discussion continue and stakeholders seek resolution, the hope is that no man's land can once again become a safe, inclusive, and well-managed attraction. In the meantime, glass-bottom boat operators remain committed to delivering memorable and high-quality experiences for all those who visit its shores.
On Saturday, Getaway TT officially launched its tourism one-stop shop. It's a platform designed to streamline and enhance the visitor experience in Tobago. This new initiative brings together a wide network of tourism service providers, including local hoteliers, car rental agencies, bike tour operators, and even maxi-taxi drivers, all under one convenient system. The goal is to make trip planning and bookings seamless for both domestic and international travelers, allowing them to customize their Tobago experience. Here's more.
CEO of Getaway TT expressed pride and excitement as he officially launched the new tourism initiative, aimed at placing Tobago more prominently on the regional and international tourism map.
It's about launching a shift into how we market our island, how we connect with visitors, and what value we place on our stories and our spaces and our people. When I first started thinking about Getaway TT, I wasn't thinking about building a business. I was thinking about how hard it still is to plan your trip to Trinidad and Tobago.
Eastman said the project is rooted in a deep commitment to supporting and partnering with local businesses to create a more accessible and dynamic tourism offering.
One that sounds like our voice, not just another booking engine. And so, guess what? We decided we are going to build one. We built Getaway TT to build that bridge, a bridge between the people and places, a bridge between opportunity and ownership, a bridge between the world and Trinidad and Tobago. And tonight that bridge goes live. It's more than just tech, it's more than just listings, it's more than just bookings.
Centralizing bookings and information for key services, the one-stop shop is expected to improve convenience for travelers while driving businesses to community-based operators. Eastman emphasized that collaboration remains the cornerstone of Getaway TT's mission, as the company continues to work closely with stakeholders to promote sustainable growth in the tourism sector. Alia Balgobin, Tobago Updates Television News.
In Trinidad and Tobago and across the globe, a quiet economic powerhouse is stepping into the spotlight. The United Nations has officially declared 2025 the International Year of Cooperatives under the theme Cooperatives Build a Better World. It's a nod to a business model that often flies under the radar, but in this country alone, cooperatives pack a punch worth an estimated $20 billion. Reporter Jules Green-George has the story.
It's a scene familiar to many, the local credit union. But this is just one face of a diverse sector. From farmers pooling resources to families building their own homes, the cooperative movement in Trinidad and Tobago is a major economic driver. Jerome Chambers is the executive manager of the Cooperative Development Office. He says the scale of the sector is vast.
Cooperatives contribute about $20 billion, that's B, dollars in terms of assets in Trinidad and Tobago.
That 20 billion figure comprises 129 active credit unions and 73 non-financial cooperatives, spanning agriculture, transportation, and even property development. There are also over 100 junior cooperatives cultivating business acumen in schools. Chambers says the core idea is simple: people helping people achieve what they can't alone.
It would simply be an organization where you have a group of people coming together to achieve some sort of primarily economic goal that either they could not achieve on their own or it would be extremely difficult for them to achieve.
This model isn't just about financial gain, it's about ownership and a voice. Unlike a typical bank customer, a co-op member is a part owner.
You are not just an account holder. You are not just a client. You are actually part owner of the entity. And being part owner of the entity, you have a greater say, a greater opportunity to contribute.
That ownership translates to power. According to the World Council of Credit Unions, the Caribbean region has one of the highest market penetration rates globally. In Trinidad and Tobago, that democratic structure is key.
It is one share, one man, one vote. So that whether I have $500 in shares, whether I have $5,000 in shares, I am still entitled to attend the annual general meeting. I am still entitled to vote.
As the world celebrates cooperatives in 2025, the focus here will be on leveraging this people-powered model to further drive national development and build a more equitable economy for all. I'm Jewel Green-George for Tobago Updates Television News.
You're watching the Tobago Updates Television News. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. More news after this.
My name is Tina Macmillan, your last year's third place winner and the Miss Photogenic for last year's Miss Heritage Personality Show. And this year, I want to carry you with me for my Tobago Heritage experience. I'll be hosting with Tobago Updates, bringing you live coverage behind the scenes and also their giveaways, tickets to the heritage events, and a 2-night stay to the Manzolina Grand. so you need to stay locked on to Tobago updates on all their social media platforms. Keena Macmillan on Facebook and originalmedusa.tt on TikTok. My Tobago Heritage Experience with Tobago Updates. Stay tuned.
Do something and roll back, come let me reel. I make a brush back, brush back. Do something and roll back, come let me reel. I make a brush back, brush back. Do something and do something.
Hello, New York. Are you ready to celebrate the essence of Crusoe Land and the culture of Tobago? Well, get ready for Tobago Day in New York City, hosted by the Tobago Empowerment and Alliance Mission, Sunday, August 17th, 2025, Nazareth High School Courtyard, 475 East 57th Street, Brooklyn, New York, 12 noon to 8 p.m. We bring the Tobago vibes to the Big Apple. Live music, Tobago food, cultural performances, and family fun. So bring Tanty, Granny, the uncle, invite the whole neighborhood. Just bring everybody and bring your significant other too. Come celebrate Tobago Day in New York City, Sunday, August 17th, Nazareth High School Courtyard. But I forget to tell all you, it's we 10th anniversary celebration. For more information, call 929-327-7857 or check Team's Facebook and Instagram pages, Team Tobago Day.
Dance Ensemble Tobago presents our signature event, Tobago Dance Sport Championship and Dancing with the Caribbean Stars. Lights, cameras, dance on 12th edition on Saturday the 12th of July, 5 p.m. The Shore Park Cultural Complex Auditorium. See our dancers, all ages, compete in waltz, jive, rumba, salsa, mambo, and much more. Our Dancing with the Caribbean Stars. Who will take home the Mirror Ball Trophy? Mrs. Takiana Ned Augustine, the wife of the Chief Secretary of the Tobago House of Assembly. Miss Lynette Louis, vocalist entertainer. Mrs. Cassandra Thompson Forbes, journalist and Tobago correspondent. Mr. Javon Carrington, founder and head trainer of Dosfit Studios. And Mr. Julian Skeet, administrator and former TV host. After show, dance party with DJ Santa out of Trinidad. Early bird tickets, adults $200, children $75, and general tickets, adults $250 and children $100. Get your early bird tickets now from Dance Ensemble members, D&D Jewelers at Tobago United Cooperative, Milford the 24 gas station in Canaan, and the Shore Park Cultural Complex box office. For more information, you call 772-9049 and 340-5758. You can't miss this one.
A health campaign is gaining momentum across the Caribbean and in Tobago, shedding light on a condition that silently affects millions of women, especially those of African descent. In Trinidad and Tobago, one advocate is turning her personal battle into a national call to action, tackling the startling reality that women of African descent are disproportionately affected by uterine fibroids. Reporter Jewel Green-George tells us more.
It's a critical health issue often shrouded in silence and misinformation. Uterine fibroids are non-cancerous growth that develop in the uterus, and while common, they impact women of African descent at an alarming rate. Research confirms that women of African descent are not only 2 to 3 times more likely to develop fibroids, but they often get them earlier in life and with more severe symptoms. By age 50, an estimated 80% of women of African descent will have had fibroids. In Tobago, Carice Nances, founder of Fibroid Awareness Trinidad and Tobago, is spearheading a month-long awareness campaign.
We are in Trinidad and Tobago. We are in Tobago, and a large cross-section of our population are Afro descent. And fibroids impacts women, black women, women of Afro descent, women of color, 2 to 3 times more than any other race. Right? So fibroids are benign growths. When I say benign, they are not cancerous.
Symptoms can be debilitating, ranging from severe pelvic pain and heavy, prolonged bleeding to anemia, and in some cases, fertility challenges. Nancy says the impact on quality of life can be devastating for women and their families.
And you can have fibroids, and the symptoms can range from very heavy menstrual cycles to becoming anemic, bulking or distended or protruding stomach. So some women can look pregnant and not be pregnant, right?
A core message of the campaign is challenging long-held cultural beliefs that dismiss severe menstrual symptoms as a normal part of life.
I think culturally, we have been taught that painful periods are a rite of passage, but painful periods are actually not normal, extremely painful periods.
To translate awareness into action, the organization has planned several events, culminating in a free women's health clinic in Black Rock, Tobago, which will offer vital services to the community.
And so we round up after that now with our free women's clinic, which we're most excited about. Big thanks to Dr. Alimayu Chadban of Optimal Health Services Limited in Black Rock, who has graciously given us his space. And this is something we've always wanted to do. So free ultrasounds, free consultations, come out and support us. You get this information on our website, www.ttconfidenceproject.org.
The campaign also includes virtual sessions on nutrition and pregnancy, aiming to provide a circle of support and critical information, ensuring no woman has to suffer in silence. The group is urging women and the men who support them to get informed. I'm Jewel Green George for Tobago Updates Television News.
Trinidad and Tobago and Jamaica have reaffirmed their commitment to deeper regional cooperation following a high-level meeting ahead of the 49th CARICOM Heads of Government Conference in Montego Bay. TNT's Foreign and CARICOM Affairs Minister, Senator Sean Sobers, met with Jamaica's Foreign Minister, Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith, to discuss trade, immigration, and regional security. Minister Sobers noted Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessa's strong interest in advancing ties, highlighting that trade between both nations stands at $1.6 billion TT dollars. The TNT delegation also toured a Security Technology Expo launched by Jamaica's Prime Minister Andrew Holness. Minister Sobers was accompanied by Minister of Homeland Security Roger Alexander. Both sides pledged to maintain close dialogue and to boost private sector collaboration within CARICOM. The weather report is up next. Stay tuned.
I see girls, I see fun, I see winding up in the sun, I see 10 bottle of rum, DJ start the thing, let me jump, cause I see girls, I see fun, I see winding up in the sun, I see 10 girls to a man, DJ start the thing, let me rum my shit. When my team touch down, everything get wild. Hey, 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 take out your flag and fling it up, take out something and fling it up, fling it up, fling it up high. Hey, 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 start to jump up and fling it up, take out something and fling it up.
When the game is on, you don't want to miss the best moments. With AMPLIA TV, you can enjoy our ultimate sports package and watch your favorite games on the go. Stay connected and informed with sports news, scores, and stats with AMPLIA's fastest internet speeds. Up to 1 gigabyte fiber internet, you can stream riveting football action, cricket, NBA games, and much more. With AMPLIA, it's game on. Visit amplia.co.tt or call 800-4663. AMPLIA. Do more, live more.
Here's a look at the weather forecast for tonight into tomorrow. Tonight is expected to be partly cloudy with intervals of showers in some areas, and there is the chance of a few thunderstorms, mainly after midnight. Tonight's temperature drops to 24 degrees Celsius. For tomorrow, you can expect partly cloudy to cloudy conditions with scattered showers in some areas. There is a medium chance that these showers would become heavy or thundery, mainly during the morning period. Generally settle the late afternoon despite a few showers is expected. Daytime temperatures are set to reach 30 degrees Celsius with a heat index of 33 degrees Celsius. Seas are expected to be slight to moderate with waves near 1.5 meters in open waters and below 1 meter in sheltered areas. Sunrise is at 5:45 and the sunset at 6:30. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. There's a recap of our headlines. Body of missing man found at sea. Tobago SEA results dissected by the Education Division. Glass bottom boat owners boycott no man's land. And bed and breakfast owner says Tobago deserves more than just late night flights. I'm Patricia Nicholson Richards, thanking you so much for joining us and wishing you a great night.